Cruiseroi. Just brought out the 2 nitros. Just want to do a comparison between this one here is a Raptor, Thunder Tiger Raptor 30 V2. And I guess how you know that, if you're looking for one, on the frame here there's little wire mounts. The first version didn't have that to help you support your wires. Plus bigger head. I guess the main shaft's a little heavier. Tail shaft has a safety nut in it now, locking the pulley on place so it doesn't. I guess the earlier versions used to come loose and cause problems. Over here, and this one's all Futaba. You know, the radio system is Futaba. Not that you know, I have a Futaba gyro, and this one has a Futaba matching servo for the gyro. This one here is the Quickie 18. A lot smaller motor. It seems to be just as heavy. A little bit smaller. I would say it's a cross between the 30 and a 500 class, I guess. Differences, I don't know what the costs were. I bought both of these used. This one I traded a scooter for, and this one here I paid for, but it was used. The noticeable differences: carbon fiber frame, plastic frame on the Raptor. The Quickie aluminum tube, still belt drive, plastic tail, but the whole head assembly on this is aluminum. Even the swash is aluminum. But it only runs on a size 18 motor. Very hard to get. I have a Futaba gyro and a line tail servo for that. The Rappy's got a Revolution pipe. She's running a 32 OS motor in there, and carbon fiber blades. But basically, these kits come, everything's basically plastic. The head's plastic. They do have upgrades for it, but she seems to fly fine the way she is. Let me move the radios out of the way. Take the skins off the bodies. These Raptors, very hard to find canopies for. It's probably one of the cons on these. They have to be a similar size and thickness, and originally I bought this 600 because people said it would fit, and I just had so much fun trying to align up this little clip and everything that I said I'll just leave it at that, and I'll just get one of these. But these are milk jugs. They're pretty strong plastic, but they're not fiberglass. They're hard to paint to get your own scheme, so it's kind of like put stickers all over it. They do have fiberglass ones. They're just very expensive. Like I said, Futaba radio gear, but it's the 72 megahertz. This has got all DS821 servos, and she's got a high-speed, high-tech for the pitch. A lot bigger clutch, a lot bigger gear, but you know, it's a lot bigger bird than the Quickie. The skids are a lot wider for stance. I'm running this on 30, but the fuel I got really smokes, so it's got plenty of oil in there. It's just bad for the neighborhood. The Quickie, I'm just starting to make this canopy for this. Put it right there. Hasn't been painted yet. I'm just coming up with ideas. A lot smaller motor, but like I said, carbon fiber frame, and because I had luck with the DS821s on the Raptor, I blew a servo recently on the throttle, so I replaced it with one of those. It was fairly cheap, 19 bucks. It seems to work. I got a Hobby King igniter. It can run off the radio. I don't have to get up under the canopy and push the button, at least until I drill a hole in the canopy for the start shaft. Problems with this: that's the third start shaft. If you put any extreme times of trying to start this, that ends up snapping the coupling off, and you're going to break it all down to replace it. So that's the third one on that. As for the motor, that's the first new motor. The black motor supposedly had low hours on it, but I got about 6-7 good flights out of it, and it started acting up. I couldn't start it anymore. So I figured it was a piston in the sleeve, but I found a motor for the price of what it costs for a piston and sleeve. These little motors are hard to find. So, I mean, you can probably call this bird vintage. She has Evo skids on her, a lot bigger skids and heavier than the original Quicks. They were starting to kind of bow out on me because the plastic's thin in this area, so they start to bow in a lot smaller skid poles too. I mean, even the Raptor's got small skid poles, but they seem to work for the Raptor. But like I said, this bird's pretty well built. You know what I don't like is carbon fiber tail rods. People say they're great, but very hard to adjust. It's like the person who did these glued them so tight I can't get a lot of adjustment out of them, and they seem to move slowly. I'd rather have the metal rod myself, but you know, like if I come up to the Raptor here, also the Futaba servo helps this, but if you watch, I can just grab this. Look how nice that is. Nice and smooth, no hang-ups, and that's very important on your gyros. You could lose control because you're getting hung up. This one does good. She doesn't hang up. She's doing drifting because I'm having problems with the gyro, but you know, it's just, you know, you got to pull on this to get it going. But that's also could be the aligned servo. It's not as good quality as the Futabas. The Raptor, I have the 2-in-1 on here. A lot of people say watch out for them. They'll cause a crash because they'll fail. I tried to keep everything nice and neat and tied up, hoping not to have that problem. Fuel clips. I got a header tank on this. Pretty much the same gyro on both machines. I'm just having trouble with the Quickie. I'm not knowing if that's maybe a clone. That's why I'm having problems. A lot of people have been writing that we have clones floating around. They look identical, but they're fakes. This has all JR servos on it for the cyclic. I'm still a noob at the words, but if you notice, the swash on the Quickie has 3-point servo, so I think that's a forget about it. The swash is different, ECCPM, and this is a CCPM, I guess. Someone's going to yell at me for getting it wrong, but if you notice, you only have one servo that functions your tilt, your left and right, where on this type of swash you got 2 servos. And what happens is for pitch, this whole arm lifts up and down to give you pitch, where this, all 3 servos work together and bring the pitch up and down. I know how they function, I just don't know the proper wording for it. You're dealing with a noob here. I started in electrics, crashed a lot of electrics, spent money that I shouldn't have, and the bigger birds are a lot more stable and they're more fun. But when you crash, I would say the Raptor is a lot cheaper to find parts. There's people that have used parts that are in really good shape, and I'm sticking with the plastic until I did find a head on eBay for $100 once. I guess it begins with a K, Camaso or something, but a real nice aluminum head for $100. But it's a little bit much to spend right now, the way the economy is. I just like flying these things. I'm not worried about it. But the Quickie, like I said, is it's pretty much like your big end bird. You know, everybody wants the carbon fiber. It's got that. It's got the aluminum head. The tail is still plastic, but you can get that too for it. You know, just a few mods. I added the header tank, which didn't come with it. I called Irwin and got a little header tank for it. Seems to run this guy about 17 minutes. This bird would be perfect if it had that 32 in it over there, that OS Max SX. If it just slid in there, it'd be awesome, because this motor is going to wear out. They don't have the strength. They're just a real tiny motor lifting a lot of weight. I put a little mod here. I got a couple of new stoppers from Irwin, and no matter, you know, the last one broke because maybe I tightened it too much, but this one here is just snug and it just pops out. You know, maybe from its age, this tank's not got that little edge anymore to hold it. So I put a wire tie on there to hold it because I was getting leaking fuel. But they both running on lipos. This has an ICE programmable 10 amp peak to run everything, and that's using the Align 2-in-1. And like I said, it has a real nice tail servo. The rest of DS 821s for Spectrum. I run at 72 megahertz. Small lipo battery to run it. I also have the Align battery. But that's just my comparison. Let me open up the wings here. I was just cleaning them this morning, all the nice bugs that get, seems like you're a lettuce machine. You chop up all the bugs that are flying around, and today's a pretty nice day, so be doing the same thing. And these are Maverick blades. I had Woodies. First crash I had, I got rid of them. I said, why not crash in style? Alright. Let me just spin them so you can see both. I mean, they're almost pretty close, you know, in size. I mean, the frame's a lot larger, revolution pipe on that bird. But I guess the Quickie is a real odd size. If you notice the tail boom on the Raptor, it's a lot higher, where the Quickie's a lot lower. So for fuselages, it's got a bad, trying to find one that works with it. But the Raptor, same thing. For a 30 size, you would have to get a 60 size fuselage because of the pitch arm. The pitch arm that lifts all the pitch up. But that's my two birds. I got them both to where they run. And I'm going to start them up and fly them a little bit. I do have two different ones. I got Cool Power 15, and that's Outrage 30. But it smokes. And I keep it in the Raptor for that reason. But a calm day like today, it might smoke up my whole neighborhood. Alright. Alright, let's get the Raptor ready. before. So I think it's the antenna. I'm setting it Raptor. I'll raise the throttle up. Gyro initializers. Check your rudder. Keep the heat on. Movements. Pitch. Fuel line on. Hit the start button. Just prime it a little bit. Take the heat off the glow. Just let it warm up a little bit. Get rid of the shakes. Okay, we'll do a little bit of flying with that one. With the Raptor. This one likes to smoke a little bit more. I'm going to let it warm up there. Like I said, that outraged fuel smokes a lot. Crop dusting. Now this one I'll do a light pop on the throttle. Okay guys, that's a comparison to the Raptor 30 and the Quickie 18. I'm going to do a little flying now I'm going to shut off the camera. So you guys have fun. And keep on flying. And this is Cruise Roy, and I'm out of here.